since 2001, so it's going to be almost 15 years. Started back in Slovakia, then I moved to where I was working in a very first cocktail bar, in fact. And that was probably the reason why I made my move to London, because in Slovakia there were not many bars around, and I wanted to develop bartending, learn more about bartending in general, and there was not much going on in Slovakia because we haven't been such a cocktail culture as is New York or London. So that's why I decided to move to London, and also learn English as well because I could not speak English. So the beginning was a little bit hard, as with every beginnings. So then I started first working in a nightclub where I was collecting glasses, cleaning ashtrays, brushing the floor. From then I moved, when I improved my language, I moved behind the bar, worked as a bartender. Then I went to work in a Japanese restaurant, where I always had a long and strong relationship with the culture, such a tea ceremony in Japan, and the Japanese food, which has very unique flavor, very fresh. So I was inspired by that, so I decided to go to Japan. I went to visit Tokyo first, and then I traveled around a little bit of Tokyo, around Japan, but mainly stayed in Tokyo, where I was observing bartenders, how they work, how they approach the bar scene, how they approach the customers or guests, how they treat them, how much they're paying attention to tiny little details such as ice, how they work with the technique, which they understood how important is the technique in order to create a great cocktail. So then I came back and I started practicing this more and more. Then I went to work in a hotel bar, where I again learned different aspects of bartending as a hotel bartender, because you're becoming sort of concierge for your guest. It's not just making a drink, it's about giving the full experience to the guest. So I had to have always in mind that not all the guests coming to the bar to drink a cocktail, but they are always guests in the bar. Yeah.
¿Tu tipo de las mezclas? ¿Qué tipo de mezclas es?
Okay, what type of mix do you normally do?
What type of mix?
What do you mix?
Alcohol.
Spirit-wise.
Spirit-wise, I like to work with anything really, like whiskey, gin, mezcal, tequila, everything which got flavor and good. Which is well made, and especially like spirits, like for example Don Julio, it's got such a nice history behind, a story to tell, and also inspiration I can take from that as the family develops the brand and puts all the family heritage into it and pass it to the next generation. And it's something I always look for and try to get inspired by.
¿Distribución?
¿Distribución?
Sí, o sea, en Liverpool, Palacio de Hierro, Walmart, ¿va a tener todo ese tipo de distribución y su costo del producto?
Okay, so what I do, I started producing my own shaker. So I have my own tools, so those will be available.
Sí, o sea, él se va a enfocar más a vender su propio shaker, su base, sus herramientas de trabajo, y esas sí se van a distribuir. Pero un producto como tal, no.
No, not yet, maybe.
Todavía no.
Todavía no.
Tal vez en un futuro.
Okay.
Yeah. And these equipments are all made in Japan, so it's a very high quality.
Y todos los productos están hechos en Japón, entonces son de muy buena calidad.
That's what I mean.
Thank you. Gracias.